Welcome to Profile, Red Apple 21's monthly look at schools in Fairfax County. This month, Franklin Sherman Elementary School is in the spotlight, and in the next half hour, you'll meet the administrators, staff, and students. Meet the administrators, staff, and students who make up this unique school. Located in the heart of McLean's business district, Franklin Sherman is a school dedicated to serving the children and oftentimes the adults of this community. The school first opened its doors in October of 1914 and had an enrollment of 29 students in grades kindergarten through 7. Today, Franklin Sherman Elementary serves over 400 students.
We currently have enrolled at Franklin Sherman kindergarten through 6th grade students, including preschool students, 436 students. We have approximately 15% of that 436 who are minority students. They have 3% black, 4% Hispanic, and 8% Asian American. We also have approximately 20 different countries represented at Franklin Sherman. We have a number of students who attend Franklin Sherman whose parents work for foreign embassies. And as a result of that, they bring a lot of different ideas to Franklin Sherman, different cultures that we all grow from.
The educational atmosphere at Franklin Sherman is very positive and is demonstrated by an attitude that is shared by all staff members.
Franklin Sherman's philosophy of education is one that's shared by the entire staff, and that is all children can learn.
Because of this attitude, the staff at Franklin Sherman makes every effort to meet the needs of students, no matter how varied these needs may be. In addition to the general education program, the school also offers programs to students with special needs.
We currently have at Franklin Sherman grades kindergarten through 6th grade, spanning many programs which include our general education, of course, our special education, preschool non-categorical handicap, learning disabilities self-contained, learning disabilities resource, our gifted and talented school-based program.
At every grade level in each of the educational programs offered at Franklin Sherman, a main objective is to help students develop a love of learning. This is accomplished by exposing students to a combination of new activities and traditional instruction. Let's take a look now at some of the examples of the instructional programs offered at Franklin Sherman, beginning with the writing program. Students in kindergarten through 6th grade receive instruction in writing based on the popular 4-step writing process. We'll let some of the Franklin Sherman students describe this process for you.
The first step in our writing process is pre-writing or webbing. To do this, first we pick a topic from which we have listed here in the inside of our writing folder. From this we brainstorm on our idea or branch out of it, as he has done here. Once we have picked many ideas, we pick one of these topics and then we start our first copy or draft.
After webbing, you write your story, which is known as the first draft. This is your first written copy. Here are some examples of first drafts. When writing, skip lines in order to leave room for corrections. Don't worry about spelling and punctuation, because that comes in the next step, conferencing.
In the conference, there are 2 basic steps. The first step is to conference with one of your fellow classmates. They help you to expand on your ideas and to correct your misspelled words. As you move through the writing process, you record your progress on the back of your writing folder, such as this. Then you revise your draft again. Now you are ready to conference with your teacher or parent volunteer. They will help you to revise your draft into a more final form. Then you revise your draft again into your final copy.
Now you revise your final copy. Your final copy is your best piece. Sometimes you can use your final copy to publish a book. After you publish your book, you share it with your friends. There are many ways to publish a book. One way is to put spiral on the binding, such as this. After you publish a book, you go back to the first step, which is pre-writing.
At every grade level, this writing cycle continues throughout the school year. As one assignment is completed, little time elapses before a new writing project is started. When we visited Franklin Sherman, we had the opportunity to observe a first grade class at the first stage of the writing process, the pre-writing activity.
What do you know about dinosaurs? Who can tell me something that they know? Vicki? Good, we did talk about that. That's how dinosaurs got here. They crawled out of the sea and onto land. All right, shall we put crawled out of the sea? Okay, good, Vicki. Out of sea. All right, someone else knows something about dinosaurs. Garrett. They lay eggs. Yes, they did. They laid eggs. All right, very good. Lots of information.
After creating a web of ideas, the children began writing their stories. And when they were ready for the conferencing stage, they met with parent volunteers who listened to the stories and offered suggestions.
Volunteers are used very extensively in the writing process because as children reach the stage where they conference through the revising, they need volunteers to listen to their pieces and to make suggestions as to how the piece can be improved and to give additional ideas. Once the volunteers have worked with the child and giving them additional information as to how to extend their ideas, then the child will go back to their desk and improve upon the work that they had done originally.
The dinosaurs are extinct.
Right. Do you need that right there? No, you don't need that, do you?
What this says, I forgot.
They
are big.
big.
I write big. Where's big?
Okay, why don't you say huge? We use that word up there. See the very one on the bottom that starts with the
are
H? Daniel, look on the board. Huge.
Activities involved in the four-step writing process are adapted for each grade level. Older students, for example, sometimes use a word processor in writing their stories.
In the 5th grade this year, as part of our writing process, we're going to be using the microprocessor as a tool to record a lot of the stories and poems that we write this year. And to take a break from the pen and pencil, we're going to make use of the keyboard with the microcomputer. Now, I've asked Lauren to put a couple of lines of a story over here on the screen so that you can see what it will look like once it's there. You see this little flashing light?
Yeah.
Okay, does anyone know what that light is called?
The cursor.
Okay, that's called the cursor. What's the point or purpose of the cursor? What does that do for you as you are working with the microcomputer? Jacob?
To put letters where you know where the letters are going to appear.
Okay, good. It points to where the letters are going to appear on the screen.
To assist the students in the final stage of the writing process, the school has equipped a mobile publishing center which contains all the supplies needed to make a book.
The publishing center is used to go from classroom to classroom. We don't have the space at this point in the building to have a publishing center. So we have items on the cart that would help students to finish their books. For instance, we have the heavier weight type of paper that can be used for the backing of the book. We also have an iron on the publishing cart to press on the covers for the book as well. Staples for, of course, stapling the bound papers together, which would make the book. Crayons, and of course glue. And many other items that will help students, kindergarten through 6th grade, finish their pieces, and the finished product is a book.
The The administrators and staff of Franklin Sherman realize the importance of a strong writing program and have seen the results in the students' work and in their attitude toward writing. The students are excited about writing and enjoy sharing their work. Last year, for example, students wrote The Children's Guide to the Washington, D.C. area. The booklet was printed and sold with the help of the Tyson's Corner Marriott, which is involved in a school adoption program with Franklin Sherman. In the booklet, students describe some of their favorite places to visit and make suggestions to visiting children about the area's most interesting attractions. The success of this booklet helped to publicize the school's writing program, which has also been recognized for many other school publications. Moving on to another academic area, let's take a look at an example of the instruction students at Franklin Sherman receive in mathematics. We looked in on a group of second graders as they worked with 10 frames, math manipulatives designed to help students grasp the concept of numbers in tens and ones.
Can you tell me, what is that number?
37.
Oh, smart boy. And can you show me, using our 10 frames, how many tens are in 37? How many tens is that, Ricky?
3.
Okay. Would you put that up on the board, please?
We were able to observe the quality of the science instruction students at Franklin Sherman receive as a class discussed a unit on insects.
Okay, I'm real pleased the way all of you have been working on your insect reports, and you're coming up with some really interesting ideas that you've found out, right? Tell me, since we've hatched our butterflies, which are what? What did we hatch?
Painted ladies.
Painted ladies. And we've compared two things. We've compared moths and painted ladies, right? How are they different? How are the two types different?
The butterflies have thinner bodies than the moths.
Okay, the butterflies have thinner bodies.
And antenna is different. The butterfly has a skinny one with the ball.
Okay, the antennae are different. The butterflies are narrow with the ball, and what kind are the, Christina, what kind of antenna do the moths have?
They have antenna without a knob like the butterflies have, and they're usually feathery.
In every classroom at Franklin Sherman, teachers could be seen encouraging students to explore, ask questions, and enjoy the lessons.
Oh, that's excellent. Good for you. Did the other boys see it? Make sure you all look
Yeah,
at
look at
each
this.
other's.
Look at this.
Please share that.
More, Jim, we have the Lego. It's so awesome. It's a lake.
Oh, radical!
That is the lake. Wait, let's see if I can read it. You guys, that was the lake. Yeah.
In social studies instruction, Franklin Sherman teachers take advantage of the partnership with the Tyson's Corner Marriott by having representatives visit the classroom and talk to students. In this second grade class, a Marriott representative talked to students who were studying the concept of neighbors.
I did a little homework myself last night. I looked up the word neighbor in the dictionary. And the definition is one living or located near one another. We're 15 minutes away. We're your neighbor. Roy Rogers or Marriott hotels. They're right around the corner from some of your homes. They're your neighbor. Big Boy restaurants are your neighbor. Those are Marriott hotels. Whenever you fly in the skies in your meal, sometimes Marriott feeds you up in the sky. They're your neighbor there.
The social studies unit at the second grade level deals with the community services, and neighborhood. As a result of our partnership with Marriott, which was established in 1986, Marriott has offered us an opportunity to expand the social studies curriculum to enrich a strong basic program. In that, for instance, today, in studying about the neighborhood. We have someone from Marriott, a representative from Marriott, to talk about the services that are provided at Marriott Corporation, Tyson's Corner Marriott. This will give students an additional understanding of the services that are provided within their neighborhood.
Franklin Sherman offers students a well-rounded education, which includes offerings in the fine arts. In the music program, for example, students receive instruction in grades 1 through 6. A group of third graders demonstrated for us one of the activities that students enjoy as they learn about duple and triple rhythms.
The activity that the third graders did today was teaching them the difference between duple rhythms and triple rhythms, or rhythms with beats that break down into 2s or rhythms that break down into 3s. Each child had either a duple or a triple rhythm, and they picked instruments beforehand that they thought would fit the characters, and then they played their rhythm as I read the story.
On the outskirts of town of Great Smiling Peak lived some very hungry monsters, the tooth decay demons. They were so hungry for some big white curly teeth, but they hardly ever got a taste, even when the children of the town of Great Smiling Teeth ate a yummy candy bar. They were certain to carefully brush their teeth. Oh my!
The students enjoy their music classes, whether they're playing instruments or singing songs.
In 1492, the ship set out to sea. Latina 1, Latina 2, the third to Santa Maria. He said the world was round up, America he found up, the calculating, navigating Christopher Colombo.
Franklin Sherman Elementary's general education program provides students with all the components of a well-rounded education. In addition to the writing, math, and other classes you've just seen, students also receive instruction in health and physical education. In an effort to meet the needs of all students, Franklin Sherman also offers a gifted and talented program, a program for students with learning disabilities, and a program for preschool handicapped students.
The preschool non-categorical handicap program at Franklin Sherman consists of one teacher with instructional aid working with 8 children. They also receive related services such as physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech. Children with varying handicapping condition, ages 2 through 5 years old, attend our preschool program.
Okay, basically what you're seeing this morning is centers. We have different sensory centers set up where we use Play-Doh, we use shaving cream to provide tactile input for the kids. We man our centers with parent volunteers, with Langley High School volunteers as well. And then generally what we do during this time is station one adult at each center, and then the children move from center to center. Our overall program addresses several different areas of weakness. One of those areas is gross motor development, another is fine motor development, one is social and emotional development, one is cognitive, and another is language. And so we teach all of that, and it's very much integrated within our program throughout the day. A lot of the activities that we plan in the morning address many of those different areas. It isn't just fine motor, it isn't just social emotional. And it varies. Every day we do something different. We try and tie it in with our units because basically we teach through a unit approach. This week we're working on identifying family members, my home, pets, and things of that nature. So one of the centers that you see set up is family member puppets.
Brian, come down for breakfast. What would you like for breakfast, Brian? Doggy eat. Brian?
Yeah, like Cheerios.
Oh, Brian wants Cheerios. What else do you want with your Cheerios, Brian?
All your milk.
Oh, you need milk. You need to pour milk for your Cheerios. Okay, let's hurry and eat, Brian. It's time for school.
Franklin Sherman's preschool staff has been very successful in that children, when they have reached their 5th birthday, at the end of that school year, they must exit the program. And we have had many children who are able to go into the general ed kindergarten program. We firmly believe in the early intervention, in that if a child has a handicapping condition, earlier we identify what that condition is, and we're able then to focus on that handicapping condition through providing related services so the child can improve in that handicapping condition. We feel that the child will make tremendous gains.
I think what we're providing here is a foundation for a love of learning, basically. That's my own personal philosophy. We provide that foundation, and part of what we do also is diagnostic in formulating what future program might be appropriate for these children.
It is obvious to anyone visiting the school that the Franklin Sherman staff truly cares for each student. They not only make every effort to provide the instruction and materials students need in order to learn, but they also try to provide the incentive. In the area of reading, for instance, a school-wide reading incentive program and a sustained silent reading period have boosted students' interest.
Franklin Sherman's reading program consists of three major parts: the traditional basal approach, the writing approach, which makes the reading-writing connection, and the trade book or the non-basal approach. We also believe that a successful reading program consists of a daily read-aloud time for children. This is done by the teachers in the classroom, by parent volunteers, instructional aides, the reading specialist, or the librarian. We believe also that a successful reading program allows children the opportunity to choose their own books and read silently daily. This is implemented at Franklin Sherman during a silent sustained reading time from 3:10 to 3:30. The last and very important part of a successful reading program is the sharing of books. We do this through our reading incentive program, where the children come in and confer with us about the books that they've read. We do book talks in the classroom teachers do that, the librarian shares books in the library, and I go in from time to time to the classrooms to also talk and share with the children about books that we've read.
Do you think that was a good plan to get people to change their minds about Nora?
Yeah, I think so.
What would you do if someone new moved in a house like that and people were causing trouble for her?
Well, I guess I'll try to make friends with her or him or whatever, and try to find out what everybody thinks that, and try to convince everybody not to think that way.
So did you like this one?
Yeah, it was
How does
good.
this compare with the other ones of the Sweet Valley that you've read?
Well, this is more kind of scary. It's not really that scary, but it's more scary than the other one.
Do you like mysteries, though?
Yeah.
So this one was okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to go out over and fill out
Okay.
Paul? We'll get that put
Okay.
up. Okay, Jim.
Using the school's mascot, the panda, in the campaign, the Reading Incentive Program rewards students with panda paws for each book read. The paws are posted on the walls all over the school so that students can see which books their classmates are reading. The school's library is the base for the Reading Incentive Program and is often the center of activity for other happenings in the school. The library, which offers something for everyone, is set up to serve both students and teachers.
We service two client groups at Franklin Sherman in our library, the students and the teachers. For the students, we provide research opportunities. They come in weekly for instruction in library skills, and also we introduce them to literature through storytelling, through book selection, through book talks, and in a reading incentive program. In addition, we coordinate the ordering of curriculum and non-basal support materials with the teachers.
In the library and all over the school, special activities are always taking place at Franklin Sherman. Even after school hours, the school serves as a meeting place for many community groups.
Okay, now some of you have done this before in this class, so you know what it is that we're supposed to do. Each of you has received
One group that makes use of the Franklin Sherman facility is the McLean Community Center. This group, gathered for an after-school art class, is made up of Franklin Sherman students, as well as students from the community who attend other schools.
Franklin Sherman School is truly a community school, and by that I mean we share the facilities with many organizations within the community. We have over 12 different groups using the facility during the week. We average approximately 35 hours of outside user time. That's beyond school hours. The building is in use. We feel that this is extremely important because in order for our educational system to continue to be supported in Fairfax County, we feel that we need taxpayers' support because statistics show that there are many more taxpayers who do not have children in schools than there are parents who are taxpayers. So we do support the fact that Franklin Sherman is open to the community as a school that can be used after school hours.
From early morning to late afternoon or evening, Franklin Sherman Elementary School is alive with activity. It's a unique school, rich in history, yet up to date in the latest educational developments. It's a school that offers many special programs to its students and at the same time provides for the community. Franklin Sherman is a school where students love learning. It's a school where students are encouraged and motivated, and above all, it is a school where students can achieve.